Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the hakim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Not very much to say on this video. This is going to be a very, very quick video. Vladimir, Putin sends nuclear threat after Ukraine reportedly gets the green light from the U.S. to launch drone strikes in Russia following attacks on Ukrainian cities. That's probably the longest title I've probably ever seen. But that pretty much summed all of this article all in one. Okay. The Russian, I'm reading here, says the Russian officials were responding to reports that the Pentagon had told Ukrainian President, whatever that is, Zelensky. I don't know. Never knew how to pronounce his name at all. I heard it, but I never knew how to pronounce it. But whatever. It says that he can launch the attacks within. That he could launch the attacks within Russia. With the U.S. previously advised against fearing an all-out war between Russia and NATO. So again, man, while you people, worried about going broke over Christmas shopping, shit like that, you got this stuff happening all around you, man. You got all types of stuff happening all around you, man. They're talking about more Amazon workers just walking off. They're talking about more ambulance just dropping, grocery store workers, all of this stuff happening all around you, man. And all you people are just worried about is some bullshit Christmas shopping, man. You still don't realize, man. You still just don't get it. All right. So, not very much to say on this video, man. Like I said, it all kind of summed it all in. You know where I'm going at with this. The scriptures never get old, man. These scriptures never get old. I can read this scripture every single video, man, and apply it to something else, but on the same, like, for example, I can, like Hosea 4:6, Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. All right. I can quote that. I could read that, over and over and over again without pulling it up, but I could read it over and over and over again, and apply it to everyday life, because that's what it is, man. Every time you look at our people, we're just destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. All right. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 24. You could also find this in Luke, all right, and also Mark, all right. Matthew chapter 24. Or you could also find this in even Isaiah. Be honest, the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, that's pretty much what this is. That's pretty much what's happening. All right, you got heathens versus heathens, man. Just ready to. You got two Edomite nations ready to blow each other apart, man. Two, whatever you want to say, because you got Ukraine and Russia. They say they're different, but whatever. Matthew chapter 24 verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. All right, for these things must come to pass. All right, but the end is not yet." And you can also find this in 2nd Ezra 9, 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16. All this stuff, man. All these prophecies, man. Isaiah 13. All the. We know exactly where to go, man. All right. So these things must come to pass. You're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, okay? You're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, okay? And, there's a war, on everything. You got war on genders now. You got war on sexuality. You got war on, war in so-called race, with this anti-sim, So you got a war, pretty much in everything, man. You got a war over east side, west side and shit, man. There's a war in everything, man. And there's a war with even in ourselves. So everything right now, pretty much, to break it all, it's just to sum it all up and make it simple. We are in a serious time of war. All right. And you got nuclear threat after nuclear threat. It's just like, how long before these threats aren't threats any longer, man. You know, and remember, 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. All right, the Lord is not slack concerning His promise. So when you got that, you go to the book of Malachi, I believe chapter 4, verse 1 or 1 verse 4, one of those, even both of them. You know, when it talks about it shall burn as an oven. You know, so and certain other, it's not going to leave them neither root nor branch. And so on and so on, man. You get the point, right? Verse 7. Like I said, this is not going to be a long video at all because there's not really much to say about this. All right? This is what we've been breaking down through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, that this stuff is going to happen. Verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right? So you got a nation against a nation. Right? Nationality versus nationality. But within these times, you got nationality even against itself. So it's not hard to see that a nation is going to be against another nation if you got a nation against itself. Hell, you got Judah against Judah. You know what I'm saying? You got, Issachar versus Issachar and shit, man. So you got Israel versus Israel. You got it even what you're seeing right here. You got Edomites against other Edomites. All right. So that nation versus nation, man, that goes, against that, you got Moabites versus Edomites and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got Moabites even against themselves. Come on, man. It happened all the time, man. These wars and rumors of wars have happened all the time. And you always had nations destroying one another, man. Who absolutely despise one another, man. All right. Verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right. So you got country against a country. But then you got a country against itself as well. Again, man, with these protests, or I want to just call them riots because that's what a lot of them really are. You got riots, right? You got like the U.S. really isn't the U.S. The United States isn't the United States. We all know that by now. That because if everything was so united, I would look at every other country more united than the United States because they don't have different laws. All right, when you go to somewhere else in that country, no, that law pertains to that whole thing, man. That whole that whole country. All right, that's where a law, it goes for the entirety of a country. Meanwhile, you got here, in the so-called United States, where every law is different, every jurisdiction is different, and so on and so on, man. No law, no state, and they're not even united with the president because they can easily go against something that the president pushed out. A state has one of the states have the right to go against that. So whatever the president pushes out, they can go against that. So the United States really isn't united, man. Nothing about this place is united. Okay, but kingdom against kingdom. This is all prophecy, man, and this is where you can't tell us otherwise, man. That this book, you can't tell us that this book is not real, man. All right. It says, and there shall be famines, all right, and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Mind you, it said famines, right? Because it's not just going to be famine of food and water and stuff like that. The biggest famine, and you can read it in Amos chapter 8. All right, the biggest famine is going to be famine of the word. But then you're going to have famine of entertainment. You're going to have famine of everything, man. Everything here is going to be the one big ass famine. All right, and there's going to be multiple. Okay, so there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, pestilences, all types of sickness, but then you have pestilence of the mind as well. So it's not just talking about a pestilence like cold or stuff like that. It's not just talking about that. You got a pestilence of the mind, and you could easily look around, right, and see the pestilence of the mind instead of the people. Whenever you look at a person and you can't tell the gender of that person, you know what I'm saying? That's a pestilence of the mind or a person says, I'm non-binary, so this, that, and the other. That's a pestilence of the mind, man. You know, it says an earthquake. So, right, what's an earthquake? You got actual earthquakes, yeah. But mind you, this is talking about, when you look at this, a lot of this is talking about dealing with like people, like political affairs. You know what I'm saying? So you have riots. When you look at an earthquake, it ain't nothing but a commotion. All right. Earthquakes. So when it talks about earthquakes, you know, pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, you talk about riots in diverse places. And is that not what's happening right now? All right. But you also have actual earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at this, you can clearly see that this is mainly talking about a riots in diverse places. But mind you, it's mainly talking about political affairs, as you can see. All right. So anyway, man, it says all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay. So this stuff has to happen, man. This stuff has to happen. And I'll continuously say the YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right, for you know allowing us to see this, because these are Edomites ready to just rip each other apart, man. You know, a lot of time, man, their power is really being ripped from them, man. You know, they have they have the world, and this is mainly, I know we're mainly talking about the top guys. You know what I'm talking about. That have control of the world, but the world is theirs too. The world is made for their, this world is made for their sakes, far as this society. And you see where it's getting them, man. They're building nuclear weapons to blow each other apart. But this is their world. See, this is the Lord saying that, no, your time is pretty. The Lord is finished with this place, man. And we clearly see that the Lord is absolutely done with this damn place, man. Right? This society was made for them, but the earth, the world itself was made for our sakes, man. All right? And they don't like that. And them top guys know that, and that's why they're trying to sterilize us with all types of injections and chemicals and food and stuff like that. Your time is done, man. Your time is done. So then they gotta resort to, like I just now said, resort to chemicals in the food and injections and stuff like that. And now they gotta fund wars and you know, cause all hell on this place, push out more pestilences and stuff like that. If they didn't have to do that, you better best believe they wouldn't. If they could keep this place going, as they did when they first came into power and rulership of this wicked ass place, all right, as far as America, and if establishing and stuff like that, if they could keep it going like they did back then, they would have. But the Lord said, no, got other plans, because our punishment is almost over, man. And the closer we get to being free, the more you want to start seeing this stuff, man. I don't get it twisted. It's gonna be a rough ride, no doubt about that. But you stay prayed up, and the elect is gonna be, receive the salvation, man. At the end of the day, all Israel's gonna be good, man. All Israel's gonna be good at the end of the day. So anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.